US stocks rallied on Friday after Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell signaled that interest rate cuts are on the horizon. The Dow and S&P 500 each rose about 1.1%, while Nasdaq gained 1.5%.
U.S. stocks rallied Friday following comments from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell indicating that interest rate cuts are on the way. The Dow and S&P 500 added about 1.1% each, while the Nasdaq gained about 1.5%. In highly anticipated remarks at the Jackson Hole Economic Symposium, Powell said the upside risks of inflation have diminished.
The time has come for policy to adjust. The direction of travel is clear, and the timing and pace of rate cuts will depend on incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks.
Scharf Investments President Brian Crowes said he expects the Fed to move at a slow and steady pace.
I think it was pretty clear from the speech that we know that there is a rate cut coming in September. And I also think we know pretty clearly that it's highly likely there'll be 3 more cuts to come. Now, the data could change, obviously, between now and then. But in terms of size, I would say that it's likely it's a 25 basis point cut. There was nothing in the speech to indicate the need for panic. And I think the Fed is just going to gradually cut. They're not going to want to spook market participants.
Economic reports on the calendar for the Fed to consider next week include revised second quarter GDP and the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, which is the central bank's preferred inflation measure. Stocks on the move included Workday, which jumped 12.5% after the human resources software firm beat quarterly revenue expectations and announced a $1 billion stock buyback plan. And TurboTax parent Intuit fell close to 7% in response to disappointing quarterly revenue forecasts.